You. You know what? I'm walking through a heap of scrap metal here. But this is what it may seem to an ordinary eye. But to me, and what I've learned, is that this is the birthplace of many, many roads. And we're going to meet the man who gives hope, shape, and who has the passion to turn all of this into what you're going to be calling roads. Eita, Ramond.
Eita, groot man.
Wat sê my oud?
Niks moja my oud.
Nou, wat doen jy met die hele gemors van skrip my oud?
These are projects, Pat.
Yeah?
These are future projects. And, if we find the time and the money, we're going to restore them into beautiful babies. Pat, I'll show you, Nana, what I have in my garage.
Yeah?
And I'll show you what these things will look like with a bit of love and care and a bit of spandula.
Spandula, my
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go have a look, brother. Let's go look.
Come, Omat.
Let's go look.
I just want to see what you can do. All a big Monty. I see you've got a small, vicious little baby machine here. What is this? Camaro?
Yeah.
I've got it.
1969 Chev Camaro.
Yeah.
This is the epitome of muscle cars. This is what every youngster wants. If he wants a muscle car, this is the baby that he wants, a 69 Camaro. This is the most popular Camaro out of them lot.
Lovely. But what have you done to this car?
Pat, this has been a labor of love. It's been a complete rebuild from scratch. We've put a bigger engine in here. We've put a 454 big block in here. It's a 7-liter engine, quite a potent little engine in here. And we've resprayed it and did some magic groceries here, put a 400 gearbox in here, limited slip in the back, resprayed it, put some nice upholstery in here.
Okay. Now, there's a lot to talk about here. As I could see now, out there was surrounded by a lot of scrap metal.
That's it.
And inside here, I'm surrounded by beauty. Yeah. Now, which other car? Oh, what is this? Ooh la la.
This is a Bel Air, a 1956 Bel Air, Pat.
You know what? It takes me right back to Sophia Town's 50s. With the young Americans, the gangsters, the music, the jazz,
The penny whistle.
The penny whistles and all of that.
That's
now,
it.
Tell me a bit more about this, baby.
This is a 1956 Bel Air.
So you've kept it very much original.
Yes, it's basically original but restored. I've got a nice new paint scheme on it. It's a Nissan Claret. The color is like a purple color, like wine. Yeah. And I think it accentuates the lines beautifully.
Whoa. And what is this?
That's a Corvette, my brother.
Due to a mechanical overload, Pat had a metal breakdown. And luckily there's Joe to the rescue.
Hi, I'm Joe from SA Hot Rod Magazine, and today we're looking at one of the most iconic muscle cars on the road, a 1969 Camaro. Now, Camaro is big. I mean, any kid that grows up and into muscle cars, you either want a 67 Mustang or you want a 69 Camaro. Now, this one belongs to Monty Booth. Now, this isn't a rebuild or anything or a restoration. This car was a complete shell, and Monty had to take this from the ground up. Now, what we call is buying a lot of groceries, and this thing needed everything. There was no windows, there was no door panels, no seats, there was nothing. There was just a shell. Now, what I love about this car is not only did Monty restore it, but he actually put all his own touches on it. Now, this was originally a RS. Now, the top of the range in the Camaro series was the SS. And Monty's actually converted this entire car over to an SS, which means the grille change, backlight change, and so on. But not only that, he also color-coded all the bumpers, flared out the side. The wheels is actually from the 5 Series BMW. Now, they were 16 inches, and he had them made up to 17 inches, which gave this car a completely different style. And this is truly one of the most remarkable muscle cars on the road, running a 454 big block Chevy motor with a 400 box limited slip diff. This thing has got everything your heart desires. Now come on, Monty's got a few cars we have to look for. We got a lot to go through. Come have a look with me. Now, if you spend some time with the Rodders, you will hear about the thing called the Tri-5. Now, the Tri-5 is the 3 main, if you want to call it, Chevys that started it all. You had the 55, the 56, and the 57. Now, GM or Chevy really went all out with him. A lot of guys' biggest dreams is to actually own the entire Tri-5. Now, the reason why you want to actually own each one is because they were so different. Now, it wasn't just motor changes and all that type of stuff, but Chevy basically got bolder with every one they brought out. From the 55 with the straight grille and that type of stuff, to the 56 like this one, where it got a little bit chunkier, bigger chrome, bigger bullets, to the 57, which had huge lines running down the side, big fins, big bullets on the front. This was really one of the most iconic cars on the road. I'm like a kid in a candy store in this place. Next up, we are going to see one of the only supercars Chevy has actually ever brought out. Come have a look at this. Now, what we have here is a 1980 Corvette. Now, what was very specific about the 1980 Corvette was this long nose, and it had a Coca-Cola shape. Previously, I spoke about the Corvette as being a supercar and not a muscle car. Now, the reason for that is because only a muscle car comes out with 4 seats, where the supercar came out with 2. That means that our friend Corvette here has been going up against Ferraris and Porsches from day one. Now, there is so much we have to do here, and there's so much to see, and I've had so much fun, but listen, I need to go. This is Joe, keep rodding.
Monty's motorized master garage has enough polished perfection to inspire any rodder to pump up the volume.
I see we've cut a hole